I don't know exactly. As long as I can't tell and it lasts, that's all I'm concerned with.
Yeah, they got to grind all that rust away, because if they leave any spot not touched, then that'll just spread again.
Well, I said they're going to attack it from the backside as well as the outside, but it's rusted from the inside out, not the outside in.
Well, that's normally how that stuff works, because that's where the salt gets trapped in the little creases back there, and it rusts from the inside out, because you can't get to that to wipe it off, you know.
Well, yeah, I know how it happens, and I know what happens when you ignore it. You don't do something about it. This is really, it showed up last year, so this is really like, 1 full year, maybe plus, that it's been noticeable. Like, I got to stop this now before it gets worse. And I'm an idiot, because some reason I didn't start the gate at 8, but I thought I did, but it started now.
Yeah, that's right. The gate hasn't been running. Wow. All this extra time. Well, the other week you were like that way too, because it started. I was already on a different radio, and I had already switched. So it's like the first half hour or something, it didn't happen.
Yeah, sometimes I push the button and it doesn't take, but I think it does, but it doesn't. So I don't know what happened, but it's going now. I think I heard the goose checking in.
Yes, it was. Good evening, everybody. The goose is loose.
Yeah, and the goose just cut Sandbagger's lips off.
No, I ain't saying much.
And Wayne is with us. He did check in.
Who's all here tonight?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, see, there's Wayne.
Yeah.
Goose. You. Where are you? I'm at Wawa. Wawa. 10-4 Wawa.
Well, that could be one of 25 places in the immediate area. You got to be specific.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I guess he's not going to be specific. You don't want to be found.
You're not going to be specific?
Nope. Not even when he's looking out the window.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I can't even.
What Wawa are you at?
Trooper.
Trooper. I'm trying to think of Wawa and Trooper. On 363?
Right across the street from Walmart.
Yeah, on 363. All right, 10-4.
Well, am I blasting you or something?
Yeah, you sound a lot closer.
Yeah, no, on the radio.
Yeah, I thought you might have been at the Limerick Wawa. Or even the one that Royersford, maybe.
Really? No, I'm all out here. What did he say?
He's right here.
Well, they can't hear me? Who wants to hear you? You want to hear me.
Wow. Does he really want that question answered?
This radio does about almost 300 watts.
Roger. 10-4.
300 biggins. Yep, sir.
Is that ham watts or CB watts?
I don't know. I guess both. Great channel.
Hello there, Red Baron.
Who we got out there?
Spitfire 441, your countywide radio on this antique flea market transmitter.
Hey, wave a hand, Red Baron over here down in town. Sounding good tonight, my friend.
Oh man, did I get my lips cut off?
Oops, it wasn't me.
I can actually hear him better on this antenna.
I'll be back. Let me run into Wawa. You know, I believe that to be the case, Dave. Hello, Red Baron.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to all. Just popped in to say hello. I was just up on 20 talking to the guys in South Jersey and Delaware. And I heard some voices out there. I thought I'd just give it a quick wave.
Yeah, it's Classic Radio Roundup. Spitfire, 441, top of the evening.
Top of the evening, gentlemen. Spitfire and everybody else.
Oh, JR. 73 there, Red Baron. Take care. Good to hear you in there.
Hey, JR. Waving a hand, tipping the hat right back to you.
I shall return. I gotta step out for a moment, but I'll be back.
Noted. Roger, 10-4.
Roger, right on.
So I dropped a challenge in front of 8oct25 tonight. I said if I could build an amplifier for under $200 that does legal limit, I'd be on board. So I think he took that as a challenge. I think he's going to try and help me build a legal limit amp for under $200.
Well, 805 used to do it.
Yeah, but he was missing way too many parts.
Yeah, all the quality ones.
And he was only single band. I need more than a single band.
Well, that's all a matter of Pi Network.
Some of them amplifiers he built, I'm looking at it, I'm like, how the hell does that work? There ain't enough parts there.
But yeah, somehow it did. Although I can't say for sure that he was maybe putting half of that power in on frequencies that he shouldn't have been putting it on, but you can see it on the watt meter.
And he's using all these like air conditioner capacitors and all this silly stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, little film capacitors. You don't have to worry about those blowing up.
I wish I would have paid a little bit better attention to what the hell he was doing when he was doing it. He'd have all these diodes string out on plexiglass and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do, you know, because they usually stop at one kV for the diode, so you got to string them in series to jump it up to 3 kilovolts or whatever you need to get to.
Yeah, he was doing some crazy stuff that, like, man, I should have paid better attention.
And then if you're going to string the diodes like that, it's usually good practice to put capacitors in parallel with it, just to keep the surges and stuff out, from wiping one of them out.
Yeah, I don't think he did that. I think his capacitors were just power supply, and then he'd string diodes on plexiglass.
Yeah. Well, whatever he had, But, the most expensive part will probably be, there's two parts that are going to be a pain, and that's going to be the power transformer and the tube. They're the expensive parts. Everything else is junk box parts or half-desk parts.
Well, I think you're right, and the biggest part that I got to come up with is the power transformer. As far as a tube to build everything around, I think 8oct25 would be a source for that.
Yeah, well, I remember when I built my first amplifier. God, that was fun.
I wish I would have, in retrospect, if I would have kept that 250H tube amp, that power supply was well robust, would have done anything I wanted to do. And all I would have had to do is build an RF deck.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man.
That thing had a pole pig transformer. It was underworked with that amplifier.
Are you still interested, baby, in obtaining a PDL?
Am I? I don't know. I mean, not if it's going to cost me any money, because I don't have any right now.
Yeah, because Art's got his, and I'm sure he would let it go very, very cheap.
Well, depends what kind of hurry he's in, but if very, very cheap, yeah, I'd be interested.
Yeah, I'll mention it to him when I see him. I'll probably see him on Saturday.
Yeah, and I could mount it above my TA33 too, because I don't have nothing up there where my 2 meter beam was. I took that down. And I'd take my VHF stick off and put that PDL2 right there.
Yeah.
And then first thing I'd do is hook that coal phaser to it. Think I'm kidding. I know you know I'm not.
I know.
That circular polarization, that was the bomb. I really want to experiment around with that some more.
Yeah, of course, once the skip's gone, it'll be pointless.
No, it won't. Because 5.7 will still want to use 29 megahertz AM, even when there's nobody else there. I know he'll go.
Took a little antennas.
Well, if he wants to sell it and it's reasonable, I'll find a way to come up with the money.
I'll ask him. But he offered it to me, and I'm like, I don't need that.
Oh, I don't need it either, but I sure do want it.
Not fair. Did you see where we're cleaning out at?
Only because I regret getting rid of the one I had after fooling around with that coal phaser on it. That was cool.
Yeah.
I could do dual polarity, left-hand circular, right-hand circular, individual, vertical, or horizontal. I had 5 different ways I could deal with that thing. I have a sneaking suspicion, where I live here, that dual polarity is probably really the way to go on a regular basis.
Well, yeah, it might compensate for all the multipath and stuff that you got down there in the volcano crater, but you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot just because of where you have to mount it. It's not going to have the advantage of your vertical stick up there 100 feet off the ground.
No, but still, it'd be nice to have that as another antenna.
Who's selling that, Pete?
I'm not telling you because I got first dibs.
I don't want. I got a beam.
Probably. I don't know if you know him or not. Cosmic Radio.
No, I don't know him. I got a Joe Gunn.
Yeah, they're all right, but they're no PDL2.
Yeah, PDL's nice. I used to have. I'm looking for a Micro 4. That's what I want.
Yeah, I don't have the room for swinging something like that.
But yeah, I'd like to find another one of them. Because I had one back in the day.
If I had the room and unlimited funds and a 100-foot tower, stacked 8-element quads, that's where I would go.
I just had 2 Micro 4s. I was going to co-phase them, but then they'd be out in the middle of the street. Or hanging on my neighbor's house, either one.
Or be like that guy up there in Massachusetts that I know, where he's got a 40-element Yagi, and he can transmit 325 freaking miles from up in Massachusetts, and I can hear him here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it's got 40 elements.
Nice. That's a big beam.
Well, he's got four 10-element antennas stacked.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's in upstate Massachusetts, center of the state, 325 miles away. He pointed that thing down here one night, and I heard him plain as day. I didn't even think it would be possible to do a ground wave on this band 325 miles, but he did it.
I had a conversation with that guy.
You did? I don't think he heard any of us. Not that night, anyway. He was picking up too many stations that were closer. He was stirring up the whole Northeast.
I know, but I had a conversation with him. It wasn't lengthy, but I had a conversation with him.
I had a conversation with him on 160. I heard him on 11, but I don't think he heard me.
Does he use those beams on 160?
Say what?
Does he use his beams up there or no?
No, we don't use beams up there. A 160 meter beam would be really, really large.
Really?
Yeah, really. Because the dipole element is 265 feet.
Oh my goodness.
That's a half wave dipole, 265 feet.
Holy moly.
So could you imagine 3 elements in the neighborhood of 260 feet each? Yeah, okay.
That'd be a big beam.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in the world's got a 3 element Yagi on 160 meters. There's other ways of making gain and directivity, but Yagis are not it.
No, not at all.
Up here, straight ahead, we're going to flip around, I guess, go out northbound. Somewhere around there, there should be a bunch of miles.
Yeah, probably where that possible way down. All right, appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, the merchandise moving on right here. That's cool.
Yeah, 27115, channel 13 on the AM radio dial. Classic Radio Roundup.
That's right.
I thought it was on 14.
Yeah, Goose wants a 3 element Yagi for 160 meters.
You better get 10 acres of ground to go with it.
I don't got the room for it. But maybe I do, I just can't turn it.
Yeah, you'd have to make it out of tower sections. I know there's 3 element Yagis out there for 80 meters. I never heard of one on 160.
I don't know what happened to the taco, but we get regulars underneath it. They go to pull away. And it just came right down on the scale.
I just got corrected from 8oct25, so I guess he's copying our mail. Hello, 8oct25.
He probably can't hear me.
Hey, 8oct25, send me a text if you can hear old CVJ on his gutter mount stick antenna. He's typing. Oh, he sent me there's a OH8X has a 3 element on 160. Holy crap!
Well, somebody had to take the challenge.
Well, yeah, somebody, of course. Yeah. It's amateur radio. There's always somebody with deep enough pockets and enough real estate to make things happen. Man, I could only imagine. I mean, I could really, could you imagine, the stations that you would be able to work if you had something like that on 160?
Yeah, that's crazy.
CBJ is just at the noise here, but I'm aimed at 55 degrees and horizontal. So he can tell you're there, but that's about it. And he's not aimed at you. And he's horizontal. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm not surprised he can't hear me because this thing's this is major mud duckish here today. Plus, I'm also running it up at reduced power too.
Yeah, but the fact that he can tell you there that you're there is something.
Now I can hear Bagger. Hello, Bagger.
Oh, Goose, you must be up in the area.
I'm in front of my home 20.
Where are you at?
In front of my home 20.
Oh, well, how come you got stronger if you went further away?
I don't know. I'm not pointing at Wawa no more, I guess.
You're freaking S9 now.
Yeah, he's stronger than you, Pete.
Yeah, he's not. You're not at home. No way.
I'm I'm looking at my house. Let me take a picture and send it to you.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. That could be a stock photo.
I believe you. I know you're at home. I can tell by your signal. He's parked out in front of his house. That's the best transmitting spot he has there.
Well, how come he got stronger by going further away? It must be a really good spot.
It is. He gives me the same signal he does on his base.
I can't help it. I don't know. I'm just on top of this hill in front of my house.
And he hears everybody there, too. I told him it's where he ought to put his antenna, out there by the road.
Yep, it's the best spot. Don't even have to be up very high. Just mount it on the car out there on the bumper. Buy a junker, park it on a curb, and mount the antenna. Because it does seem to do better than your base.
Oh, so almost 300 watts.
I just can't believe he's as strong as he is to me.
Yeah, and as he went further away, he got stronger.
I might be pointed at you, too. I don't know. I'm pointed towards north.
Well, you're stronger than Sandbagger is right now.
You should have a Wawa.
Well, yeah, you were, but you're even stronger than that now.
He's exactly the same as you. He's giving me 10 over.
That's ridiculous.
He's smoking.
Smoking.
Well, you're going to, I could turn the wick up, too.
And, that's what that one guy said. I was talking to somebody. I forget who it was, but he's like, in Pennsylvania, you give me too strong of a poundage. I said, I'm in Pennsylvania, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, well, when Skip is working, that's what's happening. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Is that 300 watts PEP or 300 watts carrier?
300 watts peak. It's like around 280, 290, something like that.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you're going by carrier or peak. That's all.
Peak.
It does make a difference.
Yeah, it's probably like, I think it's like 65 watt carrier.
Yep.
Oh, man.
What?
I'm not really running that much more power than you. I'm about 350, 400 peak.
Roger.
Guys are running all more than what I am.
Yeah, but you got the location.
You got everything. Don't let him fool you.
Oh no, I'm not fooled by him.
How you making out down the basement there, Goose?
I'm making out pretty good. I got twist the coax yet. I'll probably got to make the hole bigger because I just picked up 600 That stuff is pretty thick.
Yeah, those pictures look pretty cool. You're getting there. You're getting there, definitely. You'll be done before you know it.
Yipper. I think if I put my tower up where the chimney is, I think I'll get out good as I'm getting out right here.
Listen, all I know is, whatever you do, you better do it soon, because the cold weather's coming in. You ain't gonna want to be nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, you know, once you start working in the cold, you start to sweat.
Yeah. Well, I think the key word is once you get started.
Yeah, that's it.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
You don't know who's who. You don't know who's what. You don't know what's going on.
You don't have a clue.
That's all right. You'll get there. Tell him, Goose. You'll get there when you're ready.
I got to measure see how much coax I need to buy, because that 50 feet of the 600 is not going to stretch.
I thought you had all that by now.
No, I got the coax I'm using now, so I think it's 400, and it's 75 feet. That might be long enough.
Just make some open wire feeders.
Make sure what?
Make some open wire feeders. There's no loss.
Roger.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
Talking about is ladders for squirrels. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Roger.
Yeah,
well, coax is ladder for squirrels too. Am I wrong?
Well, no, they're that makes the squirrel pole climber.
Well, yeah, because squirrels were climbing up yours and ate their way through it.
Well, that's true. they'll gnaw through anything. They don't care.
Yeah, they gnawed through Dave's aluminum boat.
Yeah, they shoot on my coax.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Dave. I guess you got some stories to tell maybe about some coax stuff.
You sealed that up really well, though, because when you undid that tape, that copper was still shiny. So you did a good job of covering that up.
Insulation was stripped off of parts of the coax, and I assumed it was cheap from rubbing up against the roof shingles. But when I pulled it down yesterday and looked at it, I could see definite teeth marks in there. So squirrels were making a meal out of it.
But do you think they would stop when they get to the copper?
Well, I got to the braid, and I guess they didn't like the braid.
Yeah, but you sealed that up really well because that braid was still shiny when you pulled that tape away. So you did a good job sealing that up.
Yeah, I taped a little bit of daylight out of it, but hopefully they all, well, now that I don't have trees around there, maybe they have no need to be on my roof.
Doggone tree rats.
Well, so far so good. The tree rats haven't bothered any of my antenna feed systems.
Yeah, but I think I think the deal is there. You got a lot of nuts. They rather have nuts than coax.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of hickory trees here and plenty of nuts for them to chew on. Them bastards, they go up the hickory trees. They go up there and jump up and down on the branches and knock all the nuts off. I've watched them do it. And then after they knock all the nuts off, they come scrambling down the trunk of the tree and they go on the ground picking up all the ones they knocked off.
Yeah, they do that here.
Silly little critters, but they're annoying.
I was hoping he was going to fall.
As long as they don't destroy my antenna systems, I don't care what they do.
They do the same thing here. They knock the acorns down and then go down and pick them up after they knocked them down.
Could be worse. They could wind up in your attic there. You know, building a couple nests up in your attic.
I did mine's my
I don't have an attic.
attic, and it's cleared.
They'd get exterminated once they breached the Taylor Fortress over here.
Oh no, they broke into the compound. That's it. This means war, you know.
Yep. They're all fine. Do what they want. You come into the house though, then you're toast.
I had raccoons.
I have elimination weapons here too.
Don't ask me how the raccoons got up there, but they got up there.
We have raccoons visit the front porch every night because the wife feeds them. They come, they take their meal, and then they leave and go back to the woods. And they leave the trash can alone. When we weren't feeding them, they'd screw with the trash can. Now that we feed them, they come in for the meal and they leave.
Yeah, mine. I just had this one come to the front door and eating cat food.
Yeah, they look like criminals. They got them shades on them, you know. They just look suspicious. They got that look about them.
Sketchy.
Maybe that's why I relate to them so well, because I'm a little bit sketchy myself.
They got their mask on.
I ran into your son-in-law last night there, Pete.
Oh yeah, how's he doing?
Doing okay. He was just hanging out last night. You know, for Tuesday night there. Yeah, I was surprised.
Hanging out where?
Up at the mountain. He was up in the Pocono somewhere.
Oh, you didn't run into him physically.
Oh no, I'm not going to climb no mountain.
No, but that car you got will climb the mountain on the right road.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm just on the radio.
10-4, Roger. Yeah, I haven't ran into him for a couple of weeks now, at least.
Same here.
I'm sure he's just fine.
Well, you guys have a good night. I'm going to get out of here.
Have a good one, Goose.
All right, Goose. Take care.
Catch you later there, Mr. Goose. Glad you popped in there. Till next time. See ya.
Yep, you have a good one there, OJR and Pete and Renegade and all the sandbaggers out there. You guys all have a good night.
County-wide.
Only the sandbaggers know.
Yeah, all the sandbaggers.
Well, I'm glad you put that stick up, Dave. I kind of figured you would. I couldn't imagine you skipping out on that. Not as easy as it is to do.
Well, I wouldn't have wanted to skip out on it, but I'm thinking to myself, do I really want to be sitting in my truck for 2 hours?
Yeah, not when you could be in the comfort of your home.
Yeah, I mean, you know. And you got to park somewhere and hope that you don't get hassled by somebody, and yeah.
Yeah, the police come up. You're looking awful suspicious here. What are you doing, mister?
Step out of your car, please.
Yeah, right? I mean, this is the new world we live in now. Everything's suspicious.
Yep, just being a normal citizen going about your business could be considered suspicious anymore.
Come out with your hands up. Then you know you're in trouble.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is, can you articulate what crime I have committed? Until you could do so, I'm not speaking.
We'll call SWAT.
They can call anybody they want to call. I got a Fourth Amendment right and a Fifth Amendment right. and a whole bunch of other rights, unless I'm suspected of committing a crime or about to commit a crime, I ain't gotta say nothing.
I don't know. Them New York cops there, they'll straighten you up. They don't care about your rights.
That's okay. They can wrongly arrest me, and then they can deal with my attorney, and then I can retire early when I get my $1 million settlement for violating my constitutional rights.
Listen to this guy go, man. He's all man. What are you drinking tonight, there, Pete? You're getting angry.
Jim Beam tonight.
Ooh, good old Jimmy.
Even better yet, it's a free bottle of Jim Beam.
What present was that?
It's aged. I don't even know how the bottle's so old that the label's no longer white. And the price sticker was still on there. I wish I could read it to see how much it was, but it's all wore out. Nah, one of my neighbors is moving down to Florida to the retirement home and selling this house, and I was helping them empty out and move stuff and this and that, and they gave me all these old liquor bottles that were unopened. I'm like, oh, well, this is good. Like, we'll give this away to somebody else. We'll give that away to somebody else. But yeah, one of them bottles was Jim Beam. I don't know how old it is, but it was unopened, so it's, even if it's open, it's liquor. It don't go bad.
It just ages.
That's right. It's probably better than a new bottle.
I wouldn't mind trying out a 80-year-old bottle of Jim Beam just to see.
Oh yeah. Well, I gave Wayne a bottle of Canadian Club, and what was the other one? Seagram 7.
I think I'll go grab me an old granddad. I'll be back.
Hey, if it's free, it's for me. You know, that's a bottle of liquor I ain't got to buy this week.
It was Seagram 7.
Seagram 7 and Canadian Club was the other, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and they're both probably pretty extra smooth, too, because they ain't no telling how old they are.
Yeah, they looked, from the labels, they looked a little bit aged. That's quite all right, though.
Yeah, it's whiskey. It ain't going bad. It's just extra aged.
When I was working at Iron Mountain one time, my boss brought a 30-year-old bottle of Jim Beam that he originally bought, and just had it stuffed away. It was 30 years old. You wouldn't believe how good it was.
Oh, I can imagine. Even if I don't know, I can certainly imagine.
And I woke up the next morning and had no hangover whatsoever. Oh, man, it was good stuff.
I think this bottle, although all those bottles are probably in the 10-year-old neighborhood, if not a little more. Certainly not less.
That's all right. They're just aging. No problem.
That's right. Bottle aged. Just sitting there getting smoother till the day it gets cracked open.
This is weird.
Oh, I don't know. It's not that weird. It's pretty good. Jim Beam, I don't care how old it is.
That. But the other one's still has a seal on it. Wayne is stronger than you.
Oh, man.
Man, this guy kind of seems weird.
Yeah, it's got a weird angles on it, huh?
Yeah, Wayne, I turned my preamp off. You give me S5, Wayne gives me S7.
Oh, man. Well, he's got a cleaner shot to you than I do, but on the Beam, that's not necessarily the case, though, is it?
On Beam, you're always stronger than him.
That is weird.
And doggone 102-inch whips there, I'll tell you, they can surprise you.
Yeah, and I know I'm running more power than Wayne, for sure.
Just saying Green Dog's not in here because last time I had the whip up here, he was like 20 over. That was a while ago, but I'd like to see what he'd be at night.
You got a pretty good shot up his way.
Yeah, I think I do.
Breaker.
You guys got a breaker in there.
There he is.
Yeah, I was bagging on you guys. What's going on?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there's the Greenie. Hello, Greenie. And Train finally made it to Studio A.
Well, I'm getting about a 7 on you. What do you got on me?
You're 30 over.
Oh, dang.
Bagger, you're doing good tonight, man.
What's that, Train?
You're doing good, man. You're doing good.
Yeah, it's a 102-inch whip on my rain gutter.
Isn't that something?
It's amazing. It's amazing what a quarter wave antenna will do.
How comes Green Dog gives you 30, but you only give Green Dog a 7?
Wow, I got the preamp on.
Oh, okay.
Let me turn the preamp on. What do you got, Greenie?
Yeah, that might change things. That's why I said, oh, dang. All right, what do you got on me now?
S9. So you're S9, Lane's S7, and Pete's S5.
Well, Greenie's 6 swinging 7. You're 7 swinging 7.5.
Yours 20 over.
Don't tell nobody.
Oh man, I got my lips cut off again.
God hold it.
Yeah, it happens. Train, I'm glad you finally made it into a studio station.
Hey, thank you, sir. Yeah, I was sitting here listening. Actually, I was listening to last week's Classic Radio Gate because I wanted to see how that radio sound. I don't like the sound of that 682. I think it's the mic.
Yeah, you need an amplified mic for it. That'll wake it right up.
Yeah, I'd have to sit down and figure out the wiring scheme. Maybe make a jumper for it. But I don't know how you would get past the volume control through the microphone plug.
I think you can jump that out in that radio, if I'm not mistaken. Because you have a volume control on the radio too, right?
Yeah, there's a volume control on the radio.
Yeah, I think you can just jump it out. And, just go where it went on the radio.
Well, anyhow, hello around the band. I've been busy. I've been multitasking. So hello to everybody.
The Train's 10 over. Okay.
Hello, Train.
Hello, Train, again.
Hello, B. Who else is that? That Green Dog?
Yeah, what are you on your big beam?
No. Why? But you sounding good, though. I'm on the stick.
Okay, 10-4. Yeah, you're sounding pretty good, too. I don't have much of a signal on you, but I can hear you.
Roger that. Bagger, if you hear Bite Buster, then that would be a miracle.
Oh, I won't hear him.
Hello there, JR. Hello there, Wayne.
I don't think I should say that. I think you got an even chance of hearing them.
I got to point the beam pretty much right at him just to hear him normally. So I don't think I'll hear him on this antenna.
Yeah, but that radiation angle may change things. Like Wayne is stronger than I am with less power.
Yeah, I remember back in the day that used to be the case too. You and Gene were always kind of tied, and then I added that reflector to make it like a 2-outlet beam, and then all of a sudden Gene shot up and you didn't. And, oh man, it was like some people were a lot stronger, and others were not. It was weird.
Yeah, well, I got this volcano crater to deal with, but the 100-foot in the air antenna certainly changed things.
Yeah, that sure helps.
Yeah, I wish I had it up there when old Gino was around. That might have changed things with that too.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I could have been as annoying to him as he was to me.
He didn't think he was annoying. He was just being himself.
Well, he was fine when he was actually being himself. When he was annoying, it was when he was trying to be somebody he wasn't.
Not trying to be somebody that you're not.
That's right. That's right. He was trying to be a leader when he's just a follower.
Yeah, that was him.
Bunch of followers.
Yeah, all kinds of followers.
Yeah, I follow my dog around the backyard with the pooper scooper.
Cleaning up poop around a ranch house.
That's right. In my long-nosed suburban stucco ranch house. Hey, Steve, I gotta forward you this one gate that 8oct25 sent me. Dude, like you sound good over here, but when I heard you on his radio next to me on my radio over there, dude, you're sounding good. You ain't got a lot to do. Uh-oh. The train drive out of the station?
Train fell off the tracks.
Oh no!
Well, I tried. Well, I sent him the gates anyway. Sure adds a whole new dimension to playing radio, and everybody can record what you sound like on their end.
Yeah, I mean, I remember for years and years, wondering what my radio sounded like to other people, and I could never hear myself. I would get somebody to get on the radio and talk, and I'd go out in the car or something, and it's like, well, it's still not the same,
No, it's not. It's a whole lot different with all this digital technology, and even more so with those these SDRs around. You can hear what you sound like in a pretty good distance and whatnot.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. I mean, someone would say, okay, I'll record you, and they record you and then play it back over the air, and it's like, well, you know how that goes. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I'm gonna let me record you with my cassette recorder, and it's built-in condenser microphone, and then I'll play it back. Yeah, that doesn't work out so well.
And invariably, it'd be overmodulated, and this wouldn't sound good.
But recording, I mean, even that, has its limitations, but it's way better than what we used to do. If I record you and send you a text and a video gate, even the video gates that I'm running here, it's still a step up from what, a cassette recorder, condenser microphone. Here, let me play it back.
Hey, thanks for the video gates. I didn't get a chance to listen to them yet, but I want to scrutinize them.
When you do, like, I listen to that and I'm like, holy crap. Because, like, I hear what you sound like over here, But then when I heard you next to me, I'm like, dude, he's almost where I'm at. Holy crap. So you're sounding a lot better than I was giving you even credit for, which I thought you sounded good. But when I heard you next to me and I know what I got going on, I'm like, damn, how's he sound that good? And he don't have half of what's going on. But anyway, that ICOM and that hand mic is a good combo.
Roger that, yeah. I stayed over there for a little bit because I was wrapping up a few things, and I went up on 40 meters and joined some gentleman out there in Ohio. He was running what was called a gator net. I had to pull myself away from that radio.
Yeah, I know how that goes sometimes. Wednesday nights we're on there, or Sunday nights we're on there on 160. I need to pull myself away to come over here.
You You created a monster.
I really enjoy that 160 band. I just think that's cool. I just have, I got a good antenna system, a powerful radio, good audio, and it all covers ground. You meet some people in all different places and whatnot. I just always enjoy myself when I'm on there.
Roger that, but I don't want nobody to get me wrong. There's no place like home.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's still good fun.
That's right.
It's just another sandbox to play in with different properties and capabilities compared to here.
Yeah, man.
You could fit a whole lot of 11-meter wavelengths into a single 160 wavelength.
What was the length of that wire, Pete? I can't never remember. Is it each side 200 and something, or is it one side?
The whole thing is like 275 feet, give or take.
All right, so you divide that by 275.
Yeah, quarter wavelength is like 120-ish feet.
120-ish feet is a quarter wave.
Yeah, 130. Well, where we're at on the band, it's more like 130, 135, something like that. Yeah.
Now, speaking about 75s, I talked with 575. Man, he survived a heart attack.
You're going to have to refresh my memory. Who's 575?
Yo, 575 diesel car, watch me go.
Otherwise known as Do Dirty.
Oh, man, it's been a long time since I talked to him.
Yeah, he kind of disappeared.
He's on the highway. He was up there somewhere in or outside of New York City, driving. And, yeah, every now and then we'll talk on the, the landline. Well, it ain't no landline no more. It's cellular. But, yeah, he's kind of catching up a little bit. So, but, yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. They put a stent in one, and God only knows what all they did, but he's doing all right.
What are you running?
I'm on my tram. Why? What's up? Is it acting dumb?
Needs a little bit more mic gain.
Oh, I can give you mic gain. Is that any better for you?
A little bit. And maybe turn the tone control up a little bit, too. It's kind of all on the bassy side.
All right, there. A little better. How's that there, bagger?
There you go. Now you sound normal.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, I had that other microphone on there, the EV, and I changed some of the settings from my normal settings, and then I forgot to put everything back. I got the EV microphones, 2 of them, in fact, that works really well with the tram, but you have to tailor them when you come on. But really, I should stick with the Silver Eagle because guess what? It's been married to the tram since Russ. Russ did this microphone for me. It was the one that sat on the shelf inside of the glass case. And one day I said something about it, and next thing you know, he was selling it to me. I watched that microphone for years. Now I'm glad I got it. And then the tram was the last radio he worked on, so I really should keep these 2 together.
As a memorial to Russ.
Russ did a lot for me, in this little hobby. Because of the tube radios and things, it's like you can go locally and have somebody touch your tube radio. Now you got to ship it halfway across the world.
And that's really, risky in itself. Those tube radios are delicate. you know, things don't survive shipping.
Yeah, S9, Greg Howell was sending one back to me, and he had to get help from Fixer Allen to get information on that radio. It's a collectible.
What radio is that?
It's called a Demco Star.
Oh, the Star. Okay, I know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, it's not the super satellite, but it is a collectible piece, and it's very rare. And I couldn't, so I had to send it out.
I got another Demco over here. I need to figure out what's wrong with it. I gotta find a schematic for it. But it came from Operator Ron. It's a Demco Travelier.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one too. It's funny how the Demcos pop up, but it's unfortunate that, people have to pass away in order for you to get, But this particular one was kept inside of a glass case.
I have a Demco Super Tuner.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what's really nice to get your hands on is that Demco modulator.
That would be Demco Super Tuner.
That's right.
Wayne, what does that look like?
It's about 10 inches wide and about 6 inches tall and about 12 inches deep. And it's regular. It's rated for 1200 watts sideband.
Wow. I didn't even know Demco went that way.
Yeah, I didn't know Demco made a tuner either.
Wow. Pete, you had your hands on it. You put it on my extra bed in the back.
That wasn't a Demco, was it? That was can't think of the name, but that wasn't a Demco, was it?
Yeah, it was a Demco. Super sidekick.
Super sidekick.
That's super satellite.
It was a super tuner.
Yeah, that's Super Tuner, though. I don't think that's made by Demco. It's made by somebody else. I can't remember who. But I don't think it's Demco, is it?
Yeah, it's got Demco right on the front of it. I bought it about 20 years ago when I bought the Meritron amp from Chuck. Because I needed something that could handle the wattage. I used it on 80 meters for a long time when I was at Norristown because I had a 128-foot antenna, so it worked really well on 80 meters.
Yeah, that's a Dentron, is it not? Not a Demco, it's a Dentron.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a Dentron. Dentron Super Tuner.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. I had to look it up. I'm like, no, that thing wasn't a Demco, or I would have remembered it was a Demco tuner. It's a Dentron.
I didn't think Demco made any AM equipment.
Yeah, that's why it just wasn't it wasn't feeling right. So I had to look it up. Like, yeah, Dentron, that's it. You got a Dentron Super Tuner.
That's right. Oh well, sorry, I got that mixed up.
That's all right. You get a pass.
I gotta chalk that one up to old age.
Old age, whiskey, whatever. It don't matter. chalk that up to whatever you want. It's all right. Because you had me stumped for a minute. I'm like, nah, like, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but it doesn't feel right. So I Googled it.
Well, I'm glad you did. Yeah, it's not a Demco, it's a Demtron.
Hey, it both starts with a D.
Yeah. Now you know why I was confused, huh?
It's close enough.
Yeah, that's close enough. But it's like, hey, yeah, once you said I had my hands on it, I'm like, yeah, I had my hands on it. If it was a Demco, I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that.
Dentron.
That's all right. Close enough.
That's right.
Yeah, I need to get that Demco Traveler of mine working. It seems to transmit okay, and it actually seems to receive okay. There's no stinking audio. Like, it's so low.
Have you tried an external speaker?
I'm gonna say I don't remember. I think I did, but I can't say that for sure.
That's I got a 1-3. Come on. At least eliminate whether the speaker's bad.
I'm gonna have to say that I did, because I think I put an external speaker on it and I was still disappointed. Pretty sure.
Break 13. Come on, Kilowatt out here trying to get a check in. Come on.
Hello, Kilowatt. Welcome to the roundup.
Roger. Just checking in before I hit the sack. Had a long day ahead of me. You all have a good night.
Well, glad you checked in there, Kilowatt. Good to hear you on the Classic Radio Roundup.
Roger. All's out there tonight.
Well, that's a long list. I'm going to have to let them say hello. Countywide Radio.
Howdy, if you can hear me. Which I guess you can.
Must be having some barriers tonight. Everybody's out that long distance out. All right, gentlemen, have a good night. You all take care. Enjoy the rest of your week.
All right there, Kilowatt. Well, thanks for checking in on the Classic Radio Roundup.
Hello, Kilowatt. Goodbye, Kilowatt.
And then it got quiet.
Yeah, that Demco Traveler has got 23 individual crystals, one for each channel.
I have what the Tram Titan has.
And then a tunable receiver. Them tunable receivers with the separate transmit channels. That's cool stuff though, man, because you can work split and all.
Oh yeah, you could do some things with that.
Yeah, those would have been fun back in the trying to avoid the interference type people back in the day. That would have kept them busy.
Yeah, as long as you're only talking to one other person.
Well, yeah, it'd have to be that.
As soon as you try to bring a third or a fourth in there, you're kind of screwed.
Why is that?
Well, if you're working split channel, in other words, say I'm transmitting on 13 and you're listening on 13, but I'm listening on channel 9 and you're transmitting on channel 9. Now, you and I could talk to each other because you're listening on 13 and transmitting on 9, and I'm listening on 9 while transmitting on 13. Put in a third person, now it's all screwed up.
Yeah, they might have to have two radios.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, then we'd all have to have another radio to listen on.
Yeah, because now person C, which channel does he transmit on, 13 or 9? It depends on which guy, if you want person A here or person B.
I remember back in the day when Wayne and I there was an interfering guy. When we were on 29, Norristown, there was always somebody who would want to interfere with us. And we would talk across on VHF. And then we found out they had a scanner. And they were hearing us talk about them on VHF. And then we circumvented that altogether by typing back and forth on packet radio. That they could hear on the scanner, but they didn't know what was going on. And they didn't even know that we were talking about them.
Well, you could go to 220 because most people don't have 220 in their scanners.
Yeah, I think we might have done that too. But I know we did the packet radio thing, but 220 would have been a good option. But yeah, 220 was scarcer in the scanners back then, but there was always somebody that had it.
Yeah, the super fancy scanners had it, but most of the common ones didn't.
But the packet radio thing was kind of cool. We just typed back and forth, and employed that. And it was like, to your typical scanner operator, that was encryption.
It's funny the things we used to do to get around jammers and stuff.
Yeah, the 8 channels were a viable option for a time.
Yeah, so everybody had them.
Yeah, they were still in the 90s. There wasn't everybody had them yet.
All the export radios that were coming out,
Yeah, but that was still kind of new at the time. But once I discovered that, I was off and running. Ooh, extra channels, 8 channels, band below, band above. Holy crap! I was off and running then.
Yeah, I had a whole different drug pusher then.
Yep, you were my drug pusher back then.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
And I had moved on to different drugs.
Yeah, more expensive ones.
Oh, I don't know about more expensive. As long as I do what I do and buy used.
Yeah, you can do deals on stuff, yeah.
I mean, I did set up my audio rack there for, really not a lot of money.
Yeah, you got that stuff pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's just over $200 for all that. 31 band EQ, the processor, and the limiter, and the microphone. All that for just about $200.
Yeah.
Now, new, if I'd have bought all that crap new, it'd have been a lot more money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I found out that my limiter is a newer version than the one that 8oct25 has. Yeah, I think he's jealous.
I'm sure they'll find some reason to say that the older one was better.
Well, they both have the same chip in it that's important, so it doesn't really matter.
I think the older one is better. It's definitely better.
Yep, you're right there, Steve.
It's better, the way they designed it.
Yeah, it was much better the older one's much better.
Right, that's right.
Oh, even the new one, it's still 30 years old.
Yeah, but when they changed the such and such and such around, that's where they messed up. The engineers messed up when they changed that around.
Well, according to him, it's the chip, this particular chip that's in it that matters, and I got the chip.
All right.
He said, that's what matters. It's got to have, XYZ chip in it. I'm like, all right, I did it. It's got XYZ chip. He said, you're golden, get it.
This is a special kind of processor chip.
It's the chip that does the fast attack brick wall limiter.
Fast attack, slow decay.
What's the name of it, Pete?
Well, it's called a Symmetrix 425. I don't remember the number of the chip now. I'd have to open it up and look at it.
Believe it or not, I use Symmetrix for my bass guitar on the studio. I have Symmetrix. It's an older model. You got a gray front, like a dove gray?
No, it's black with blue trim. But I'll bet you got probably the audio gear over there you need to plug into that data port on that ICOM and get yourself down the road of some studio quality audio into that ICOM. Not that you're far away now, just saying.
I know I got it. I just have to unscramble that stuff.
That ICOM is a great, platform for what you're doing. You can do anything you want with that.
Yeah, the silly thing is he didn't have to do much, and it sounds pretty good already.
Yeah, old 05 would give his thumbs up. Both of them.
He's got a big old ICOM.
Got me a big old...
All those ICOMs, like most of the ICOMs I've ever heard, always do a good job on AM with minimal effort. And it seems like very few of the other two big three, there's some good ones out there, but the rest of them, you got to do something to make them sound good on AM. But ICOMs, for the most part, at least from my perspective, it seems like all the ICOMs, at least the more modern ones, they didn't forget about AM.
Yeah, but Yezu always had good AM. Starting from the 101s all the way up to my 757 had great AM. Some of the others have too. I guess it all depends on the model.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like my Kenwood 480 sounded good on AM, no effort. But my Yezu 450, my Yezu 1200, stock form, AM, not so much. But, taking ICOM from the year 2000 to the present, I can't tell you a bad sounding ICOM on AM. 2000 to present, I could give you some bad sounding Yezus on AM, and I could give you some bad sounding Kenwoods on AM. ICOM, can't think of one.
I know the old Kenwood 430s and the 440s, they all sounded good on AM.
Yeah, Kenwood does a better job of it. ICOM seems to do a real good job of it. The Yezus, it depends on the Yezu.
Well, I had a FT101, and I had it on this band, and they couldn't tell the difference between me on it and on the tram. I'm thinking, man, all these knobs and all these dials, and nobody can tell the difference. I sold the rascal.
Well, the Yezu 101s are legendary when it comes to that.
It sounded like the tram.
I had one for a while, and it was a talking radio. Had all kinds of audio. And the thing is, though, there was no any kind of modulation limiting, and just a little extra mic gain, that thing was splattered terribly.
Oh, now they're all on channel 6.
Yeah. But you gotta have the AM filter or else it sounds muddy on receive.
Well, I'm just saying more in general than in specifics. But from my own observation of talking to people like, 10 meters AM, the people that come back to me, if you got an ICOM and you come back to me solid state on AM on 10 meters, they all sound good. You come back to on a Yezu, they don't always sound so good. And a Kenwood, it depends on the model. But some sound good, some not so good. But, I'm just speaking from, seat of the pants observation to people that come back to me in DX land on 10 meters, YAM, and, the guys who have I'm a sidebander, but I just discovered AM. That situation, they're not trying to do AM. They just discovered AM, as it were. And all the ICOMs, they always sound good.
The 706 doesn't sound too bad, although I had to put a capacitor to ground in there to kind of roll off the high end, because this tends to want to be bright, especially when the compressor's on. Ooh, they had this thing set for contest quality audio or something. And I had to do a little internal adjustment to get it, because out of the factory was a little bit, the mic gain pot inside was too high. It would over-modulate. So I set it back to just 100%, and now, that's what you're listening to now.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like when I had my 706, which might be that one, I ran a stock mic on it, and I wasn't trying to do anything crazy, but normal circumstance, whatever. I always got good audio reports on AM.
Oh yeah, I used to ride around in the car with this thing. The receivers suck on AM, but the transmit was great.
Yeah, I ran around with it in my 92 Chevy Pick-em-up.
Yeah, even with the stock mic, actually it sounded better with the stock mic because it wasn't as tinny.
Yeah, I used to run around all over. Mine was opened up. Talk here, talk wherever. The stock mic on AM, never had an issue.
Yeah, I think this one I'm on right now. I think this is the one I got from you.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, I have another one. I got that one from Piero. That one's got my narrow filter in it for sideband.
Yeah, and I started having issues with it. And it was like, it's still working, but it's got issues. And then what do? You took it apart and you cleaned all the connectors or something, and working fine ever since.
How is Piero doing, by the way?
I haven't talked to him in a little while, but he's still doing stuff. I think he said he's getting his 160 dipole back up, so he can get him on 160.
Yeah, he needs to get there.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time I saw you was on 140, but that was quite a while ago. Been a good bit.
I'd like to try 80 meters with him.
Yeah, I think 80 meters would probably in the evening time, we'd all be in there fine.
I'd like to try just to see.
Yeah, I think that would work out fine. Because I get on 80 meters sometimes, like between 4 and 6 o'clock, and I'm talking up that distance and beyond with no trouble at all.
Yeah. And 40 usually works good early evenings and whatnot. When the band starts to go long, it should get worse from the short. But 80 seems to be the opposite.
80's real good from when it opens, until later evening. I think it goes long at some point, but from just before sunrise until well after sunset, it's a good regional band. It covers what 40 covers in the daytime, no problem. I get in there on that 3873 frequency.
3873, is that AM?
Yeah, AM. So if I'm doing all that on AM, sideband is a breeze.
Yeah, sideband, because you have a lot less noise, narrower bandwidth, you can hear better.
Yeah, but I'm talking, guys all up in New England, Long Island, New Jersey, down into Maryland and Ohio and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was talking up in Canada after you guys got off.
Not on 160.
No, on 40.
Yeah. 40 meters at that time? Yeah, easy.
Ohio, Canada, Long Island.
Yep, easy. Anything within 500, 600 miles, easy.
North Carolina.
You're venturing out, huh?
It's good to hear.
Yeah, I'm starting to enjoy it.
Yeah, you got that antenna tuner, you got the antenna, you got the amplifier, and you got the radio. Got what you need.
Tune that thing up for other bands. That's good.
Oh yeah, that antenna. If you only can have one antenna, but you want to work all the bands, that's the antenna to have.
And they tell me I'm 20 over.
Yup.
Is that with or without the amplifier?
That's with the amplifier.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I'm not saying it's not impossible, but without the amp, you'll get 20 over reports, but not often.
That's only 10 dB less.
That's possible to do.
The biggest thing was that I got that wall wart out of there and threw that rascal in the trash can.
I'm glad to hear it.
Damn Chinese switching power supply garbage.
It was tearing me up, Bagger.
I'm sure it was. Crap. Chinese crap.
And wasn't that was the power supply that came for the lighting on one of your SWR meters, right? So that's a double shame. Amateur gear, and you're giving me this junk.
No, that's not true, Pete. I ordered it separately from a different vendor who claimed that it was good for stuff like the Daiwa.
Oh yeah, it's good enough to light it up. I didn't say anything about interfering with your receiver though. Oh, I thought it came with it. So all right, my mistake. But even still, they lied to you.
Yeah, for $4. $4 and something cents.
Yeah, you're better off just tying something like that into your main supply that you got sitting there.
I took care of it.
Yeah, wall warts go out the window here. Everything gets tied into my main supply.
I wonder how many of my neighbors run those cheap Chinese power supplies, and that's why I always have noise all over.
Oh yeah, considering you know what it's like when there's nobody's running any electric because your power's out.
Although I gotta say, tonight with this antenna, I'm not getting a lot of noise.
Well, that's a good thing.
It's a surprising thing because the antenna's closer to the house. It used to pick up a lot of noise.
Well, your signal's a little bit weaker, Bagger, but guess what? You're on the air, man.
Oh, that's what I said. You know, better weak than not at all.
Hey, while I'm thinking of it, when do you think you'd be ready to put that antenna back up?
I don't know. All depends. If I get my parts tomorrow, I'll probably try to tune it just for fun. And then I gotta work on the mast, set that all up. And I don't know. And then, well, my daughter moves out this weekend, so that's probably tied up. So probably like early next week again, Monday, Tuesday-ish.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Since I'm going to be without a car, I took next week off. But I'll still have the bike. I just didn't feel like going to work on the bike down 422. But I can still ride it to your house.
Oh, that's cool. That makes that's even more days to play. But yeah, I'm getting there. I got all the elements all straightened out. I started painting it again, and yeah, like I say, I got a couple things more to do, and I'm taking my time and making sure everything's right.
All right, well, let me know, because I got more days of opportunity and availability to help you get that back up. Of course, without prior written approval, I still got the noon cutoff, but prior written approval, I can extend that.
Yeah, well, if everything goes like it did, last Tuesday, or it came down relatively quickly, so it should probably go up just as quickly.
I would think so. Maybe a little longer, but not by much.
I mean, the only thing I could see is that I put it up, and the FWR changes so drastically that I got to pull it down and play games again.
Well, cross that bridge when you get to it.
Well, that's my only thought. I know I can tune the thing with the VNA, and it'll be fine where it is, but then you move it up and it changes.
Can you bring the driven element up over the roof peak or no?
What do you mean bring it up over the roof peak?
Yeah, when your beam is turned in a certain way, is that driven element up above the roof peak?
Yeah, it has to be, or it's just the roof.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to standing on the roof peak and tuning a gamma match.
Oh, well, I thought you weren't going climbing up on the roof. That wouldn't be fun at all.
Well, I don't remember how the hell I got up there before, and I certainly wasn't doing it from that ladder you had going on. So how the hell did I get up there? But if I got up there safely, I don't mind standing there as long as I'm not right on the edge.
Give him a bottle of Jim Beam. He'll go up.
Well, the only ladder I ever used to get on that roof would have been the one that I have, my fiberglass ladder.
Well, then I must have went from the side then, not the peak.
Yeah, it was from the side.
Yeah, I could, as long as I could get up there, just throwing it out there. If I could get up there from the side, and the driven element is far enough from the edge at the roof peak, and I can reach it, I can tune it from there.
No, you wouldn't be able to reach it. That's the thing. It's probably 10 feet above the peak of the roof, so you wouldn't be able to reach it.
Yeah, I got long arms, but they ain't that long.
Wow.
All right, I was just throwing it out there as an option, but that option's not going to work.
Well, I think with the VNA, it'll make it a little easier. I'll see where it shifts, and then I can maybe compensate for it.
Oh, those VNAs are great. They really are. Like, the picture is so much better than trying to sweep with a meter. Like those MFJs, when they came out, they were the thing to have. But the VNAs, they blow that away.
Well, yeah, the difference is the MFJ is great, but if you can only look at one frequency at a time, the VNA will visually show you a range of frequencies, so you can see everything right there. It's so much nicer.
Yeah, looking at the picture, instead of trying to sweep with a meter, oh, what a difference. It's so much easier to see and interpret.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how broad it is. You can see any other dips or valleys or whatever. It's so much nicer.
Yeah, I wish I'd have had one of them things 20 or 30 years ago.
Oh, hell yeah. I had something like it 30 years ago at work, but the thing was 19-inch rackable and it weighed about 60 pounds.
Yeah, you're not carrying that around in your pocket and going up the ladder with it.
Oh, no.
These little Chinese VNAs, say what you will about Chinesium, but they hit the mark with those things.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of that little Chinesium stuff coming out. They got scopes and spectrum analyzers, and Olaf's got one of them. It's like the size of a VNA, but it's a spectrum analyzer. Kind of neat.
Yeah, I've seen them too, and I've been toying with the idea of getting one of them too.
Yeah, the only thing though is, spectrum analyzer that's in a digital domain like that tends to crap all over analog signals.
Yeah, and those Chinesium digital scopes aren't all that great for analog signals either.
No. The sampling rate is too slow.
Yeah, it's no good for an AM station monitor.
I mean, it's good for looking at traces and stuff, but not for modulation.
Right, exactly. That's why I had to go to the Hamfest to get a real live old school analog scope. Because my digital scope can give you an idea, but it doesn't really give you what you want to see. It's fine for signal tracing and junk like that, looking at waveforms on an oscillator, but for AM modulation monitoring, nope. It's good for looking at, AC ripple and that kind of stuff, but no good for AM monitoring.
My spectrum analyzer that I have here, my HP, it's digital, but it has enough of a sample rate that it does a fairly good job of displaying the signals I need to see. So I'm not going to complain about it. It goes up to like I don't know, 1.8 gigahertz or something. It's a pretty nice. It actually has this thing's got a sweep generator built in it, a tracking generator built in it. Although I don't have the S parameters for it, but I haven't really played with that. But it's kind of nice. I can sweep things with it.
JR, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm hanging in here. I'm just sitting here listening to the jive. What are you eating there, by the way, Train? I heard you munching on something.
I brought my dinner to the desk. Because, you could tell I'm munching.
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing, but, I figured I'd throw it at you.
Yeah, well, right now, it's dessert. It was just some chocolate pudding.
Yeah, well, good deal. Man, it's kind of late to be eating there, That's really not a good time to be doing that.
That's all right. He'll be up till after midnight on 160.
No, I think 40.
Oh, I knew it'd be somewhere.
You'd be doing chocolate pudding commercials.
That's right. Shouldn't you have chocolate pudding waiting for you?
Yeah, that antenna's got gain somewhere on 40 meters.
Why, because of how far it's getting?
No, because the length of it is. So if you looked at the pattern on a Smith chart of that thing, it's going to have some peaks and lobes off of it that got gain. It's not omnidirectional. It's got places where it's going to be really good, and there's going to be places a little less good, but it's got gain.
Well, it likes Ohio, Canada, Long Island, Massachusetts. It likes North Carolina. But one day, man, I heard a guy in Italy talking. He was talking to a guy, I think, in Florida.
If you get up early in the morning, before sunrise, it's got to be before sunrise, talking like 5, 6 in the morning, even up until 7. Get on, I believe it's 7135. Get on 7135. And if those guys are still there, there's Australians in there.
All right.
But you can work Australia on 40 meters before sunrise.
Yeah, because it's a different time zone on that side of the earth, and they be up.
Well, it's not really that. It's more that's when the propagation window to that part of the world is open on that band.
Because I did it here on 11 meters, Sydney, Australia. Yeah, and it was in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, well, I've on 10, 11 meters. The only time I've ever worked Australia was late evening, or like 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock kind of thing. I've never worked them in the morning, but at 40 meters I have.
Roger.
Just saying, 40 meters goes worldwide. Overnight into the wee hours.
Well, so far I like 40.
Oh yeah, 40 is one of my favorite bands.
I love 40.
I think DX on 40 is easier to work than DX on 80. Certainly easier than 160.
You don't really think about DX much on 160. It's more regional stuff, Yeah, you get DX, but it's just not as frequent, I guess. You don't really think of it as a DX band.
No, and if you want to work DX on 160, you got to put some extra effort in, and the timing and all that really matters. Your antenna absolutely matters.
I mean, you know, you get pretty good regional distances already, but you know, you wouldn't call that DX. Hello.
No, I mean, it's possible to, without a whole lot of effort, to work Canada and most of the U.S. on 160, but getting beyond that by much, you got to really put in some extraordinary measures or be a CW guy and, you know, that kind of thing.
I just want to know if it's too late for my check-in. I just want to check it.
That's Penny Snatcher, man. He's trying his best to get in, Pete. Let him in.
Who? What Spanish station?
Penny Snatcher.
Oh, it's my son-in-law.
Hey, good evening, son. I'm on my way to work. On my way to work, Tony. I just wanted to check in and say hello. Good evening, son. This mobile pulling back.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. I hear you jumping up and down, old 64. Yeah, it's your papa. Spitfire, 441, the countywide radio.
Oh, 441, father-in-law. Hey, father-in-law. Roger, right on. Listen, man, I'm going down to the bottom. We'll see you. Have a good night.
All right, man, we got you. I still got you going down the bottom, but thanks for checking in with us on the Classic Radio Roundup. Take care until the next time around, old 64, 441 on this old base station. Yeah, he's on top of the hill. He's good. When he goes down, that's it.
Yeah, he gone now.
Yeah, you know, he's got his ups and downs.
I heard him jumping up and down. I thought it was Goose getting back in here.
Was Goose in here tonight?
Yeah, and they sound similar.
Except Penny Snatcher doesn't go out the window.
Flip-Flop's been here, just sitting down, listening and playing on the computer.
Who is that listening and playing on the computer?
Flip-Flop.
Hello there, Flip-Flop. Hey, Flip-Flop, what's your 20, man?
Right in Collegeville, by the old Skipback Airport.
Ten Roger on the Collegeville. You got the night train here in Pottstown. 10-4?
When was there an airport in Skipback? Man, I've lived around Skipback most of my life and never knew there was an airport.
Me either.
There used to be one right near Collegeville.
Collegeville Road, it was a small one. 20 years. Now they're putting houses in there. You could probably Google it.
Well, that was a triple-double or something or other, but I still don't know where you're saying it was at. Flip-Flop, go ahead. Tell me about where that is.
Right on Collegeville Road and, what the heck is it? Mill Road? Or Landis Road and Collegeville Road.
Yeah, I just can't imagine where there would have been an airport in that area, but I'll take your word for it. I just can't imagine where it was. Wow, that's news to me. That's got to be going back some years if there was an operating airport there.
I know there was one in Collegeville.
Yeah, I just Googled it. It's Perkiomen Valley Airport, what it was.
Perkiomen Valley Airport. You know, he sounds like the original operator.
He does, doesn't he?
You hear him?
He sure do.
You can or you can't, Dave?
What's that?
Did you say you can or you can't?
I can't, not at all.
Yeah, he's down in Collegeville.
Oh, he's down here where the airport used to be.
The amp on.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, down near the Perkiomen Valley Airport.
Yeah, that's right off of Ridge Pike there, or Jackson, Germantown Pike, I'm sorry.
Like near Specs in that area?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of back off of there. They still have development there now. Those are big mansions.
Yeah, I know where that is. I never knew there was an airport there, though.
Now, so it was a little off the beaten path. It wasn't right on the main road, but it was back there. I remember we used to see the beacon back there occasionally.
What are you talking, over 30 years ago?
Well, yeah, maybe 20 years ago, 25 maybe.
It might be. It was here forever. I've been living here 7 years, and it was abandoned when I moved in here.
Yeah, well, I lived in Harleysville, you know, in the Skipback area till 1983, and then from 83 to 93 I was out of the area. But then I was back in the area again in the 2000s. I just never ever remember an airport there. I don't know how that escaped me.
Well, if you weren't looking for it, and yeah, like I say, it wasn't on the main road. It wasn't off of 73. It wasn't off of Germantown Pike. It was back a little bit, you know. So if you didn't know it was there, you would never know it. You'd miss it.
Well, there you go. That's it. I never knew it was there. It wasn't on the beaten path. I'm not I didn't fly airplanes at that particular time, but I did fly airplanes in the late 90s and still didn't know it was there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see when it closed. I think it was that awful long ago, like 20 years maybe, but I know I used to see it all the time, and back in the 70s, I used to cruise back in there, you know, with all these back roads and stuff.
Yeah, I'm hearing you, Dave, and Flip Flop keeps coming back at the same time, so obviously you two can't hear each other. Go ahead, Flip Flop. What'd you say?
No, I was saying that now with a development, they got about 5 houses on there out of the 30 they want to put, and they start at 1.1 million.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, of course they do.
Is that all they're going for?
Yeah, that's it. 1.1 and up.
Big mansions.
Oh, that means I could go ahead and pick up 2 of them.
Oh, what the heck? I'll buy my ex one and myself one, and we could be neighbors.
Yeah, get one for each of your kids, too, while you're at it. Why not? For that price.
He sounds so much like the original operator.
It's not far off, is it? Scary.
Sometimes not. Anyway, it's not time for me to pull the plug, so I'm going to say goodnight, and my classic radio mud duck station here, and we'll do it again next week. Hopefully at full power again.
Don't forget about Sunday.
Oh, yeah, there's Sunday. I might still be on this antenna, though, but that's okay.
Yeah, you'll be all right. It's on sideband. You'll hear all the regular players. I'm right behind you, too. Hey, Flip Flop, thanks for checking in on a classic radio roundup, but it's there'll be some other players hanging out, but it's kind of past the official end, and I got work tomorrow, so I got to go. It's a school night. Thanks for everybody who checked in at a classic radio roundup. Check out the Video Gate sometime tomorrow. You know where, the usual place. 441 to Spitfire, countywide radio, 7-3 around the band.
I needed to know what radios y'all ran tonight before y'all get out of here.
TRC 441, Realistic Navajo.
Roger that. What about you, Bagger?
I got 706.
You cheated.
Well, that was the most power I could put out without running any amplifiers.
Oh, all right, yeah, 10-4.
Don't let that little antenna fool you there. I don't know what I'm squealing through, but I am. But anyway, don't let that little 102-inch whip fool you. It's working. Catch you later, Dave.
Catch you later, Jailer.
Hey, what kind of SWRs did you get with your 102? Or did you put a spring on the bottom of it to get that additional 4 inches or 3.5 inches? Or how did you do that?
No, I did not put a spring on it. The match used to be like 1.2 to 1 or something when I had it on the other route, but it's 3 to 1 here. So I had to go through the tuner.
Can you hear me barefoot?
Yeah, Yeah, we hear you, Barefoot. Yeah, they tell me in order to get a decent match on those things, Bagger, you got to have that antenna, that spring-loaded antenna, and that brings it to the proper length.
Probably has an adjustable whip on that particular one, I think. But I want to know if Dave can hear me, Barefoot.
SWR, so go figure.
Dave, can you hear me, Barefoot?
Yeah, I hear you, Barefoot, man.
No, Dave. I know you can.
See you later.
Dave, can you hear me, Barefoot?
Hearing barefooted.
Oh, I don't know. Say something.
I'm trying to, but I think I keep getting doubled with. 441 on the Barefoot radio. Just want to see if you can hear me on that whip.
My noise.
Well, I guess that's a no.
You're a mud duck. I can hear you, though.
All right. Just wanted to see if you could hear me on that stick.
He knows you're in there, but that's it.
He's in my noise hole.
That's as good as it gets, Pete.
I just wanted to see if you could do it. How about it on the baby driver?
There you go. I hear you now.
All right. Well, it takes the baby driver. All right. I just wanted to see if you hear me on 4 watts on that stick, but you can't. But you can hear me on the baby driver, which ain't much more.
Oh, well. Life's too short for QRP. Catch you later.
Difference between 4 watts and 10 watts. Amazing. All right. Yeah, I'm done. Catch you later. 7-3. Countywide.
All right, 73 is countywide. 73 is Sam Bagger.